Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jess and I've got a bit of a different video for you today. If you watched my last video, you'll have seen that I remembered about this book corner we've got in our house where we keep all the books that I used to read like a couple years ago. I haven't been through it in ages. I can't remember what's in here. There'll be all sorts of genres because I used to read everything. And I've decided today that I'm going to go through, see what's in there, tell you like what I thought of each book, like my initial reactions, probably rate them as well. There might be a few little recommendations in there as well because obviously I'll be saying like what I thought of each one. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I got out all of the DVDs that are in here because I could do another video on DVDs, to be fair. We have a whole DVD collection in our family, but I thought today I'd just stick to the books. Okay, first, High Society. I remember loving this series. It's this young girl who's like a spy, like she's training to be a spy and she's at a spy academy. There's loads of books in it as well. There's about 6. After going through a few books, I've decided I'm going to rate them from 1 to 5 stars, like Goodreads. Book Thief. I read this on holiday. Everyone raves about this and for a reason. Like, I can't really remember what happens in it now. I'm probably going to say that about a lot of these books, but I do remember really enjoying it. And I felt this was the sort of book, you know, when you read it and it's a bit hard to get through almost, but then you feel really satisfied at the end. I felt like educated by reading it. That is like 5-star pile. Bitten. I can't remember what this one was about. Oh yeah, werewolves. It's quite good. I didn't carry on past the first one though. That can go in middle pile, number 3 stars. The Fault in Our Stars. Everyone loved this one. I don't know why I didn't really connect with it as much as everyone else. I did enjoy the film though, but that's going to go down in about 2 stars. Oh, The Host. This is one of my favourite books ever. Something about Stephanie Meyer's writing, because like, I loved Twilight as well, is just so good. Like, I've read this book at least 3 times. I just feel like the messages in it are really important as well. Yeah, I love this one. This is reminding me, I think I'm going to do a video with like my favourite books. That is up there. Okay, Star-Crossed. I remember going through a phase of like, after I'd read Hush Hush, that series, I wanted more angel, fantasy, love stories. So I got this one, but I actually can't remember what happened in it, so we'll just put it in like 3 stars. Ah, yes. So this goes with these 2. This is a series which I talked about in my last video, so you can go and look at that if you want. It's like a fantasy romance series, but really different to anything I'd read before, so I really enjoyed that one. That's like 4 stars. This one, I have no idea about this one. Can't even remember if I've read this. It definitely looks like something I would have bought. Time will tear them apart. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's 1 star because I can't remember what happened in it. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, okay. Beautiful Oblivion. So, Beautiful Disaster. I really enjoyed that book. It was one of like the first like enemies to lovers kind of slightly more adult book that I read. So this was by the same author, and inside it was like, you fell in love with Abby and Travis, who were the couple from Beautiful Disaster. Now meet Cammy and Trent. But I hate to say it, I couldn't finish this book. I really didn't like it. I didn't like the way it was written. I just didn't like the story. It felt like the romance was going way too fast, which is really weird when I really enjoyed Beautiful Disaster by the same author. Okay, that's 1 star. Girl on the Train. This was like the first thriller that I ever read. This is good. Like, I really enjoyed the twist at the end. I've watched a film as well. Like, the book was obviously way better, which is the same with a lot of things. Yeah, I really liked this one. I can't believe I was reading this so young actually. But yeah, that's a 4 stars. Throne of Glass. If you read fantasy, you probably know about Throne of Glass series, but I've only got the first one. I haven't read it in a while, but I was enjoying it. Probably about 3 stars. It was just like, it was okay. Darkness Before Dawn. I have no idea. I can't remember about this. There's like vampires, so 1 stars. I can't remember. Ooh, okay. More Than This. So this is by Patrick Ness, who wrote the Ask and the Answer series, which has actually just been made into a film called Chaos Walking, which has, oh my god, what's his name? He's going out with Zendaya. Oh my god, why can't I think of his name? Tom Holland. Okay, it's got him in. And I didn't enjoy this as much as the Ask and the Answer series. Like, the Ask and the Answer series was so good. Really interesting concept. It was like this town, there's only men left, they can hear each other's thoughts, and then this one girl arrives. She forms like a bond with one of the boys in the village, something like that. Anyway, this was more like self-reflecting. It's about someone who dies and then they wake up and they're still alive and they're really confused and there's no one else around. It was good, but 3 stars. The Look series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I talked about this in my last video as well, but this is alien fantasy. Really, really good series. I loved this series when I was younger. I'd give it a 5 stars for my younger self. I love her as an author as well, Jennifer L. Armentrout. Next we have Fallen by Lauren Kate. Yeah, I remember this. Or am I getting it confused with Hush Hush? I don't know. They were all quite similar, those books that I read around that time. Maybe it should go in 2 stars because I don't remember what it's about. No, we'll give it 3. We'll give it 3. Okay, Unraveling. I think I remember it, but I don't really remember it. It says the world's about to end and she's got to stop it in 23 days. I don't really remember. That can be 2 stars. Copycat. Okay, I never read this. I've just realised. So obviously we have books in here as well that I haven't read. It says, when an old friend gets in touch, Sarah discovers that there are 2 Facebook profiles in her name. One is hers, the other she has never seen. So it's like someone's taken over her identity. This sounds good. I should put this to one side so I actually read it. Okay, we're getting towards the back of the first shelf. Alexa Chung, It. I never actually read this. This is my sister's and it's so pretty. But I actually have no idea what it's about, so I can't really say anything on that. I'll put that in the to read. Slated. So it says, Kyla's memory has been erased, her personality wiped blank, her memories lost forever. She's been slated. I don't remember this one. Did I read it? Some of these might be my sister's as well, or they're mine that I got and then I never read. I literally have so many books that happens to me so often. My to read pile downstairs is huge. I could do another video just going through books that I have in my room on my to read. Anyway, so I don't know. That goes in the don't know pile. I feel bad about that. Oops. The Diary of a Young Girl and Frank. I think everyone will know about this. The Diary of a Young Girl during World War II. This is really good. This has got to go in like 5 stars just for being so educational and like an important read. Next we've got Lovely Bones. I actually did this for an English assignment that I had. It was something like you had to analyse it compared with another book, and I think I did The Bell Jar. It's like really sad, like read trigger warnings before you read this, but it was really good. But because it was so sad, it was like a hard read, you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm going to put that in 4. Okay, so The 100. I'd heard a lot about this when I got it, and I read it fairly recently because there'd been like hype about it and it had been made into it's either a series or a film. But I didn't really enjoy it that much. I thought it was like a bit boring. So that can go in 2 stars. The Immortal Rules. I do remember reading these, but I can't remember what they were about. Something to do with vampires, but I feel like because I can't remember, that'll be 2 stars. Oh my god, stretch. True Stories of the Blitz. This is my sister's book because she likes history. So, I haven't read that one. Arcadia Awakens. I remember not really being fussed about this. It was like fantasy, mafia, underworld. So that could be 1 star. Shadows. I do think I enjoyed this one. Oh, so she meets this guy who looks the same as this guy in her dreams. Every night in her dreams, Gabby Winters kills demons. Now that it's coming back to me, I enjoyed this more than I thought. That would be like a 3.5, but I'll put it in 4 to be nice. Okay, The 100, second book. Didn't read it because I didn't like the first book. So, didn't read. 1 star. So The Dark Heroine and Autumn Rose by Abigail Gibbs. Talked about these in my last video. Loved the first book. First book, 5 stars. Second book, 3.5, like 4 stars. Letters to the Lost. Love this one. I love Bridget Kemmerer. This is about like 2 people writing to each other that they don't know. Oh my god. They don't know who the other one is. See, I'm going to give this 5 stars, and I'm giving a lot of books 5 stars, but these are like quite generous 5 stars. When I do my video about like the only books I've ever given 5 stars, they'll be like top tier. The A star, 5 stars, stars, if that makes sense. This is just like general. Okay, I think I have to go up now. I'll get them down, then I can talk about them. Okay, I've got a few of them down. We have More of the Heist Society by Ali Carter. Loved these still. Probably 3 stars. Then we've got Noughts and Crosses series by Mallory Blackman. I think I'm missing a book. I loved this series. I read it more than once, and especially the first book and the 4th book. Those were my favourites, and I've reread them about 3 or 4 times, and then the couple in the middle I've read like twice. Love these. 5 stars, 100%. And I heard somewhere that they're Stormzy's favourite books as well, which I just thought was like a fun fact. Vampire Diaries. Didn't get into this anywhere near as much as the series. Everyone used to go on about it, and I just like, I couldn't get into it. But I love the series so much that I feel like for the characters, it can go in 2 stars. Twilight. Oh, I love the Twilight books so much. I've only read them once actually, and I feel like it'd be really interesting to read them again now and see if I still love them as much, because I read them so long ago. I've actually randomly got 2 New Moon books. These can go in 5 stars for my younger self. I love the movies. I know they're like cringe and stuff, but they're like comfort movies, you know what I mean? Okay, Let's Get Lost, Sarah Manning. I remember really enjoying this. It was quite old though for the time that I was reading it. I remember there was a few like steamy scenes, and I was really young when I was reading this. That's gonna go in like 4 stars. Evermore. I think I got it because it seemed like a fantasy series and the main guy was called Damon, and I'd probably just been watching Vampire Diaries and thought, yeah. So I don't know. That's 1 star. I don't know. I can't remember. Inside Alcatraz. This will be, oh my god, this will be my sister's. But I've actually been to Alcatraz and I really enjoyed going around, so I bet this would be interesting. It's a prison, by the way, if anyone didn't know what it is, on an island in like the Bay of San Francisco. The Elemental series by Bridget Kemmerer. I love her. I've said that before. I mentioned these in my last video. These are 5 stars. I've read them twice now. This series by Robert Maguire. I think this is like about soldiers or something. I think these are my sisters. I haven't read these, so these are in the not read pile. Forbidden. This is such like a taboo book because in it, I don't know if this is giving away a spoiler or not. Oh no, it's not. It literally says on the back. She is pretty and talented, sweet 16 and never been kissed. He is 17, gorgeous and on the brink of a bright future, and now they have fallen in love. But they are brother and sister. From what I can remember, it was done well, if that makes sense. But such like a, oh my god, topic. Like, why was I reading this when I was younger? That can go in the middle. That can go 3. Okay, The Bloody Chamber. I had to do this for English at school. And the stories are so dark. It's just like a combination of short stories, but they're all about like people trapped in places. Brutal stuff anyway. That can go in 2. Betrayals. This is part of the Strange Angels series, but I don't have the first one. I think I bought this in a charity shop because I'd read Strange Angels and wanted to read the next one. Yeah, I was enjoying this series. I never carried on, I don't think. That's a shame. It's about like werewolves. That can go in like 3. Next, The Kite Runner. I feel like loads of people will have heard about this. I haven't actually read it, so I need to. I should take this downstairs because it's by the same person wrote 1,000 Splendid Suns, which I also want to read. It's meant to be so good. This is going on my to-read list. Then we've got a couple of Jacqueline Wilson books. So I've got My Sister Jodie and Lily Alone. So I remember with my school, we had the opportunity to go and meet her, like go to a signing. I went with a couple of my friends and I just got this one for my birthday or something. So I took that with me, and then at the signing, you could buy her newest book. So she was doing the signing because this book was coming out, and I got them signed by her. So that one says, "To Jessica, love Jacqueline Wilson." Oh, it's got my little name in. And then she signed that one too. And I've actually listened to a podcast with her, How to Fail, with Elizabeth Day. She was on that, and that was really interesting. They're probably just like a 3. I feel bad now saying that after she signed my book. Sorry, Jacqueline. What else? 1984. A lot of people probably know about this. It's set in the future, and it's like the government just control everything that everyone does. This one guy who's slowly becoming like disillusioned with the world that he lives in and thinking like, this isn't right. This was really good. I'm going to put this in 4. Okay, I think that's the end. I actually got through that way quicker than I thought I was going to. But I really enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed going back and like thinking about ones that I've read in the past. And I've got so many more books downstairs in my room, so I could do this again, a part 2. Although a lot of the ones that I've got in my room are like ones that are to read. So I could show you what's on my to read list. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of these before, if you agree or disagree with my ratings. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!